And another thing that I don't like about this car is if you forget to put your seatbelt on, you have to deal with this, where it constantly chimes and lets you know that you need to put the seatbelt on. And it's not gonna stop. It's just gonna keep going over and over and over and over and over until you say, okay, fine, I'll put my seatbelt on. And then it goes away. How's it going, everyone? My name is Ed, and in this video, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I don't like about my 2023 GR Corolla that's sitting behind me over here. I just want to first start off by saying that overall, I'm really happy with the car, but if we had to take a scale of like 1 to 100 and say like maybe I'm at a 85–90% on that scale as far as like how much I like it, I'm gonna just talk about some of the things that I feel that would take that from a 90 to 100. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So this is my 2023 Toyota GR Corolla Circuit Edition. I've owned this car for a little bit over a month. It has around 800–900 miles. You can say that I'm still sort of breaking it in. And the only thing that I've actually really done to this car is the 600-mile oil change, which was quite a fun experience. I'm not being sarcastic. It was one of the easiest oil changes that I've ever done. So that was pretty exciting. But anyways, so as I mentioned, this is a Circuit Edition, and you know that this is a Circuit Edition because it's got the rear wing in the back, it's got the forged carbon fiber roof, and then it has the vented hood, in addition to the front and rear limited slip with the beautiful red painted calipers. And then of course on the inside, you have some cockpit red interior. All that means is just red stitching with some red accents in between the holes there. You can kind of see a little bit of red. And then my favorite part, the badge that tells everybody that this is a Circuit Edition. There are a couple things that I really don't like about this front bumper, okay? One of those things is 100% in your control, okay? The rest, I feel like Toyota could have did a better job. So let's talk about the thing that's within your control. That's gonna be that front license plate bracket. I completely goofed up when I bought this car. They had sent me pictures when it first arrived and it didn't have that on there. What I'm hoping though is I believe this grille might be kind of like a separate part. And if that's the case, if I ever have to take the front bumper off to maybe put a bigger intercooler or something, maybe I'll find that grill and just replace it, but we'll see. For now, I'll just be 100% compliant and have a front license plate on the front of the car. But yeah, now let's talk about the things that are not 100% in your control. So if you're looking at this front bumper, okay, depending on the lighting, it looks like two different shades of white. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can kind of see that this is like more of like a bit darker, like a bluish white. And I've asked about 6 people if they can tell the difference. They all can kind of see it. I took it to a Toyota guy and he saw it, and what he tried to explain was that when they lay the paint down, because this is metal and then this is plastic, it reflects differently. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay, well, why doesn't it look like that in the rear? This is plastic, this is plastic, this is metal, but it looks the same color. I was just politely saying that sounds like a bunch of bull. But anyways, I feel like for $45,000, that should be perfect. You shouldn't have any kind of mismatched colors on your car, right? That should be a little bit better. Maybe it's not. I'm hoping it's my eyesight. I'm hoping it's just the way the light hits it, but really, it really does bother me. Anyways, the other thing, or the last thing on this front bumper that I will talk about, is when you're looking at it, it looks very aggressive, it's beautiful, but when you get up close, something does seem to stand out behind the bumper, and that's the styrofoam, okay? So you can see right in there, this styrofoam. Now, every car has that, but it's not noticeable. Most of the cars, you can't really even see it. All my SE300s have this styrofoam behind it. It's just basically something, you know, that they put in the back of the bumper or behind the bumper cover. In the SE300 it's white, but here it's black, and I think they went with black because they thought maybe it wasn't going to be as noticeable, but it is. It's noticeable. You can see it right there. You can see it in there. I feel like that should be hidden better. Toyota probably should have done a better job hiding that. Now, I'm going to say that I am being extremely nitpicky about this whole thing. Anyways, let's jump on to something else here. And that's the forged carbon fiber roof. One thing that I don't like about this forged carbon fiber roof is that no matter how often you clean it, no matter how well you clean it, depending on how you look at it, sometimes it just looks a little dirty. It sounds silly, I know, but it really does. Do I still love it? Yeah, I love it, sure. I love it so much that I want to keep it clean. But when you look at it in certain lighting or the way the light hits, sometimes it just looks a little dirty. The rest of the car will look clean and shiny, and then the roof, not so much. Is this a really big problem? No, I'll still keep it the way it is, but just another thing that I thought I should point out. All right, now let's jump inside the car and talk about some of the interior pieces that I really don't like. There's actually not a whole lot that I don't like inside the car. I know a lot of people complain about how there's not a lot of space, or there's not a lot of room, or the interior looks too cheap. I don't have any of those complaints. I only want to kind of pick on maybe 2 or 3 minor things that I feel like Toyota could have improved on. One of them might not even be Toyota's fault. I'm going to talk about the Apple CarPlay here in a second. I don't know if it's me. I'm actually going to assume that it's only me having this issue, but there are times where this automatically connects to my phone, and then there are times where it doesn't. And when it doesn't connect, basically what I have to do is basically like go into the settings and like forget the whole entire thing altogether, because it's like sometimes it doesn't matter what I do, it just doesn't want to connect. So now I should probably add that I do have an iPhone 12 Max Pro, so maybe I'm just due for a new phone, and maybe there's some issue between old technology versus new technology compatibility. I don't know, but I just noticed that sometimes it's very inconsistent when I connect to the Apple CarPlay. Now, it's okay because Toyota thought of that, and they included this kind of like a USB port here. It's a USB Type-C, so you're able to connect via this port if you want to, and it works flawlessly when you do that. I don't have any issues connecting there. I do have a bit of a complaint though as to the location. If you look at the location of that port, it's basically like knee level to on the passenger side. So like if you're sitting on the passenger side, and you know, I'm just worried maybe somebody's knee is going to hit that, you know, or what have you, and maybe this will ruin this port altogether. So it's just something to keep in mind there. Another thing Toyota could have improved on is the wireless charging access here. So I feel like they could have made it a little bit bigger, especially like I just said, I have an iPhone 12 Max Pro. And so when I put it on here, it doesn't fit with my case on it. My case is not a very big, bulky case. So in order for me to use this, basically I have to take my case off every single time. Now I do have wireless charging at my job where I can just basically lay it on the dock and it charges fine with the case, but this case basically doesn't allow me to charge my phone because it doesn't fit because of the size. It's very hard to tell, okay? So I'm going to show you again what it looks like with the case off, but you can see here when the case is off that it charges no problem. So I feel like Toyota probably should have done a better job of kind of thinking, okay, most people with a phone it's going to have a case of some sort, so maybe we should probably make this just a little bit bigger. And it's not even a whole lot bigger, right? Just like maybe I don't know, man, a couple millimeters would have made a little bit of a difference here. But yeah, so unless you have a iPhone regular normal size and not a Pro Max or something, you'll be fine. But if you do and you have a case, good luck using that. So that's going to be it for this video. Again, I had to think long and hard about those list of things. Aside from the front bumper, everything else I absolutely do 100% love, and I wouldn't trade it for any other car right now. So I am really excited to basically own this car and see what I end up doing with it. I really don't know. There's still a lot of new parts that are being developed that are not out yet. There are some exhaust companies that put some stuff out, so I may dabble in those things in the near future, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And this is Ed signing off. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.